Hello, we are Voice of London. I am Aktol Konawian. On today's show, should Donald Trump be banned from the UK after his controversial comments on the Muslim community? We asked the public.
I think his comments are very disgusting, very wrong, and he shouldn't be allowed to be back in his country.
Our reporter Isa talks to Yusuf Tamana about his life as a gay Pakistani.
I tend to not really care what other people think.
The Voice of London fashion team hit Birmingham for the 2015 Clothes Show Live. And what was your favorite film this year? We reveal our top flicks of 2015. Good afternoon. US presidential hopeful Donald Trump has caused a stir this week among British politicians as he claimed that parts of London are so radicalized that police will not go there in fear of their lives. His recent comments on Muslim communities have led so many considering barring the property tycoon from the UK grounds of hate speech. Megan Townsend reports.
Donald Trump has had a controversial week to say the least. The 69-year-old American politician has promised that if he is elected president in 2016, he will ban all Muslims' entry to the United States, set up a Muslim registry and close mosques. He then claimed that in London, police are scared for their lives due to the radicalisation in certain areas. We took to the streets to ask you guys what you think.
Well, I think his comments are very disgusting, very wrong, and he shouldn't be allowed to be back in his country, I think.
Donald Trump is a 21st century Adolf Hitler. I think the comments he's made is completely disgusting. I mean, in times like these, right, I think it's most important about unity and, you know, coming together as a community.
It's quite scary to think that people like that can get into such a position of power with no one stopping them and no one saying, actually, the things that you are saying are quite racist, and it's just quite ridiculous, actually. Yeah.
David Cameron, J.K. Rowling and Muhammad Ali have been among those to condemn his comments, and there has been a 400,000 signature strong petition to ban him from the UK. Our very own Mayor Boris Johnson had the perfect comeback.
I would invite him to come and see the whole of London and take him round the city, except that I wouldn't want to expose Londoners to any unnecessary risk of meeting Donald Trump.
Thanks, Megan, and keep updated on Donald Trump on our website, thevoiceoflondon.co.uk. Next, LGBT rights in Pakistan have a long way to go, with homosexuality still punishable by law. But are gay men in the British South Asian community still forced behind closed doors, unable to embrace their identity? Do they face ostracism and abuse? Izahina investigates.
Traditional values still seem to be at the centre of the way of life for many British Asians. Are the attitudes changing? That is the question. I went to ask a trainee teacher, Yusuf Tamana, about his personal experiences.
I'm joined here by Yusuf Tamana, a 26-year-old teacher's trainee who lives in London, Greenwich. Yes, thank you for joining us. So you are obviously a gay Muslim.
Yeah.
Now, gay, Muslim and Pakistani.
Yeah.
Three lethal combination considered by some.
Yeah.
So how are you coping with this?
I'd say I'm coping quite well because I tend to not really care what other people think or do. When I told my mum, she was completely fine with it. She was like, okay, you've got someone pregnant? No. And then she was like, you're going out with a woman? No. I was like, complete opposite of that. And she was like, what is it then? And I was like, I'm gay. And then she just looked at me, she was like, and that's completely fine. My father, he's very traditional, very, very traditional, and there have been kind of situations where we've spoken about like gay people in general, and he's just been like, oh, you know, maybe they can change, maybe, you know, maybe they're just going through a phase, and so that's kind of me testing out the waters, seeing like, oh, could I tell him? I think telling him, it would just be like, oh, what, like, what did I do to deserve this?
When did you started to realise that maybe, you know, you might be gay?
I think I always knew I was gay. I mean, I make a joke of it. I was raised all by women. It's no surprise. Like, around my house, there were like posters of Brad Pitt everywhere, like from my mum and my sisters. My sisters are Backstreet Boys and everything. So it was just like, it was men.
Have you ever been in a relationship with a girl?
With a girl, no. But in my denial phase, growing up and under the pressures of like all the boys around me and all that, you know, oh, like, have you not kissed a girl? Have you not been out with a girl? I was like, wait, I should do something about this, and maybe it could cure my homosexuality. I would talk to girls online. It would get very much like, then she would say, "I'd like you." I was like, "Oh yeah, I like you too." Like, you know, not knowing that I liked her hair and her makeup more so than her as a woman.
Are you looking, or are you in a relationship with a guy?
Single and ready to mingle.
Perfect.
I want to settle down. I want to, like, you know, look at cats on the internet with him and all that stuff.
What do you think if you introduce your father to your potential boyfriend? What do you think it would be like?
I've pictured telling him I'm gay, but I've never pictured him going that step forward and being like, "This is my partner." Because I always think by the time I tell him I'm gay, he would have been like, "No, don't want to have anything to do. No, I'm done." Like, you know, have a nice life, on your way. And I think you can only hope for the best, but you know it's not always going to be that case. But stay focused, stay in your own lane, focus on yourself, focus on your own happiness. That's all I can suggest, really.
Yusuf and Mana, thank you very much for joining us. It's been a true pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Isa. If you want to hear more of Yusuf's story, the full interview will be available on our website at thevoiceoflondon.co.uk. In fashion news, the 2015 Clothes Show Live took place in Birmingham this week. The exhibition showcases the latest fashion, beauty and music trends. It's considered the premier fashion event in the UK. The Voice of London fashion team were there to report.
Willie and Lauren from the Voice of London Fashion, and we're at the Clothes Show in Birmingham.
So today we'll be taking you a look around some of the most popular stalls here at the Clothes Show. Stay tuned.
There was an array of stalls, from celebrity lines selling slogan Christmas jumpers to pop-up nail bars where you could sit down, relax while getting a manicure. Fabrows, a UK-based cosmetic company, were showing their organic brow kit. They also gave mini consultations where they helped you find the correct shade.
Established brands like Oasis were exhibiting.
So around this time of year we find people looking towards the more glittery and a bit glamorous style, and because Christmas is coming up, and we find that they're looking at more of the glittery pieces, which we have a beautiful high neck glitter dress that's sold out completely, and then we had a matching top which is similar, but they love it with a pair of like coated jeans, so they wear it with that, and then they love the over the knee boots. We've sold out of them as well, but there's the alternative, like people are looking for the casual side as well, so they love the denim pinafore with like a nice check shirt. So they're the items, the key items that have been really selling out.
Graduate designers had the opportunity to display their collections on the Olympus Pen Style stage.
Emerging labels like Adenola debuted their sportswear line.
The reason why we did come to the Clothes Show this year and chose to launch was just to get our brand out there, so we've more than done that. It's increased followers, and obviously we've got some celebrity endorsements through it as well, which has also really helped with us there.
The show was described as one of the busiest yet, with many attending to meet their favourite celebrities.
It's been really good so far. We've been to the Peaches and Creams stand, which is really good. They said they like my hair.
Yeah, I got some shoes and boots because I needed some more boots. Lots of makeup. We're just about to look at the hairstyling products as well.
I haven't got anything yet. I'm waiting. I'm looking around, looking at all the stores, and then I'm like eyeing up what I want, and then I'm going to go back round and get everything. There are a few things I've got my eyes on.
We came last year with two of our other friends, but they couldn't come this year, but we decided that we wanted to come again.
I've come to see Charlotte. She's my favourite celebrity. I'm a big fan of Geordie Shore.
As you can see, that in the style store is extremely busy at the moment. This is because Charlotte is in the store. You can't see her yet, but her fans are waiting here patiently. Very crowded. And finally, caught a glimpse of the Charlotte Crosby. And that brings us to the end of the Clothes Show.
See you in 2016.
Thank you, Lauren and Leah. That was amazing. Lastly, Alina Kay asked Voice of London resident film critic Lauren Burgess about her favourite movies for 2015.
Thank you, Oktolkin. Our guest in studio today is Lauren Burgess, film critic and editor of Voice of London Film. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Alina. Thanks for having me.
So, I think we can all agree that there have been some really great films in 2015.
Absolutely.
What are your top three and why?
I'd have to say Birdman. It was a great exploration of mental health and a real case of art imitating life, with Michael Keaton trying to revitalise his career. Mad Max, a fantastic action film, a real return to form for George Miller and some beautiful practical effects. And I know I haven't seen it yet, nobody's seen it, but I'd have to say Star Wars. I'm so excited, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that as well. So Christmas is in less than 2 weeks from now.
I know.
What are your favorite holiday classics?
Some less traditional ones. We always watch Die Hard in my house, a great action film, a lot of fun. And also Edward Scissorhands. You know, it's a really great exploration of belonging and just finding your family, so that's really sweet.
Absolutely, those are true classics. So to wrap up, let's talk about the new year. What are the most exciting films coming out in 2016?
I'm really excited to see The Danish Girl. I think Eddie Redmayne has really come into his own in the past couple of years. There's Oscar win for The Theory of Everything. He's got a couple of really great roles coming up in the next year, so I'm very excited to see what he can do with The Danish Girl. The Revenant, of course. Leonardo DiCaprio, I think, is finally going to get his Oscar for this one. It's going to be a really bleak survivalist epic, so I'm excited for that. And also a little bit different, Zoolander 2. The first one is a cult classic, the humour was great, and I think this one is going to do a great job of really skewering that self-obsessed society that we have at the moment.
Thank you so much, Lauren, for being with us today.
Thanks, Alina.
I hope you enjoy your favorite Christmas films over this holiday season. Back to you, Oktolken.
Thank you, Alina and Lauren. That was a great year for movies. And that's all for today. For the latest news, visit our website, thevoiceoflondon.co.uk. Thank you. I'm Oktolken and have a great weekend.